So beside me here, I've got a 2026 Ford F-150 Tremor in this beautiful Marsh gray color. We're going to do a walk around and a review on it. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so in front of me here, I've got the 2026 Ford F-150 Tremor in this beautiful Marsh gray color. The Tremor, I believe, is one of the best trims you can get in the F-150 lineup. It is expensive, but honestly, for what you get in the truck and the capability of it, it is pretty awesome. And with this Marsh gray color, it looks fantastic. Now, we'll start here at the front. You're going to get this LED daytime running light here that's orange. You're also going to get an LED light. Now, I do wish they gave you the Lariat style headlight assembly, which gives you that like full LED daytime running light. Now, in the center here, you've got that unique Tremor grille. This is the 402B package on this truck. So you're going to get a lot of unique Tremor styling on it. Down below here on the bumper, you've got your parking sensors with your LED fog lights, 2 recovery hooks there as well. Now, you also can see you've got the blacked out Ford badge with a camera right underneath that for your 360 camera. Now, underneath here, you're going to get about 9.5 almost inches of ground clearance, and then you've got 2 recovery hooks there with a skid plate. Now, with the 402B package, you've got the 2-speed automatic all-wheel drive with a mechanical locking 4-wheel drive and a high lock transfer case with a torsion front axle differential. Now, another thing to note here at the front on the hood is that you've got 2 hood vents there, but that is really it at the front here, guys. Let me know what you think about it. Let's take a look underneath the hood and go over the engine of choice. All right, so underneath the hood here, this F-150 Tremor, we've got the beautiful 5-liter V8, guys. So we've got a V8 here producing 400 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, made it to the 10-speed auto. With this configuration and the setup with the color and everything, it honestly is probably one of my favorite F-150s you can buy. If I'm going with the Tremor, I'm going with the 5-liter. It actually is an upgrade to go to the 5-liter from the 3.5 EcoBoost. I love this color, especially in the sunlight. As you can see, it just makes it look a lot more cooler, in my opinion. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but that's it underneath the hood here. Let's take a look around the Tremor and go over its options. All right, so let's take a look around the Tremor here, and we'll start with the tire and wheel setup. So we're sitting on general grabber tires. 275/70 R18 is the tire size with an 18-inch wheels. We can see it is a gunmetal gray color. Now, it is a 33-inch tire. I do wish that they gave you 35s. I honestly think it's necessary on an off-road truck like this. You've got a carpeted liner inside. Now, over here behind the wheel, I'll give you guys a look at what the suspension looks like. So no air suspension, but you've got an off-road setup there with off-road specific Tremor shocks, struts, and then off-road control arms as well. Now, over here on the fender, we've got the F-150 Tremor name with a unique color here for the Tremor. Body matched mirror cap here with a camera and then also a light. Now, here is a side profile view of the Tremor, and honestly, kind of reminds me a little bit of a Raptor, just like a baby Raptor, if you will. You can see we've got Tremor there on the bed. This is a 5.5-foot bed. You've got that fixed running board there, keyless entry only on the front 2 doors, but I like the fact that they body matched the door handles themselves. Now, we'll take a look inside here. Now, you're going to be greeted with an all-black interior. You've got Tremor there in the seats themselves, but it's got a yellow perforation with some yellow stitching and piping, and they feel incredible. Very soft. Even the back part, very, very soft. You got your seat adjustments here. They are heated and ventilated as well. Over here, the door panel, all soft touch here. More of that kind of Tremor unique stitching here with lock and unlock here. Window control here, B&O speaker as well. And then you're going to get some more storage. Nothing here on the door sill. Over here is the upper glove box area, which you can open. And it's got kind of this like granite looking trim here. And it's also over here on the door panel. And then you have your lower glove box as well. You got more storage here too, just in case if you need to put things. Now you have handles to help you get in on both sides. Now here's what the back looks like. So again, you're going to get Tremor on the seats themselves, more of that yellow perforation with some yellow stitching and piping. Now it is a 60-40 split. You can lift this up here and you can get a cargo area here to lock if you want to put things. And then you've got that kind of flat floor here. No heated seats back here, but you got 2 cup holders, 2 USB-Cs, and then your 120 plug. And then to put this down, all you do is lift this up and then put it back down. And then over here on the door panel, more of that stitching here with some of that texture at the top, soft touch here, more of that granite look here with your cup holder, B&O speakers here, and then some more storage. And then you also have handles on both sides. Now this one doesn't have a moonroof, but you're going to see the indent here, which helps for taller passengers. Now I'll show you guys how I would get in here as someone who's about 5'11". So hopping inside, very easy. You've got your running board here in the handle. Those are going to both help you get in. Now, the seats themselves are very comfy. Even the backrest of the seat, it's very soft. It's not like hard in some trucks once you put your back into it, it's very comfortable. You don't have any screens back here, even as an option. I kind of wish they gave you that option in any of the trucks nowadays, just because if you go on a long cruise, I think it's nice just to have a screen back here. You've got a 120 plug, 2 USB-Cs as well, cup holders. You can put this center area down. It's got more cup holders. Very, very comfortable, honestly. You've got now probably about 2.5, 3 inches of headroom too. If you get the moonroof, you're probably only going to get about an inch, inch and a half. So if you're taller, like over 6 foot, it would be a little snug back here. But overall, it's a really nice interior. I'm really digging this kind of like color they put here for the Tremor. And like I said, the seats are very comfy. And then to get out, you've got your handle as well as the running board. So let me know what you guys think. All right, so that's it for the back here. We'll take a look at that back tire and wheel. So same dimensions here in the back as it is in the front. And then here's a look inside. So no carpeted liner. You got your leaf spring there. And this does have an electronic locking rear diff as well. Now that is really it for a side profile of you guys. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here of the F-150 Tremor, we'll start here in the middle. We've got the blacked out Ford badge there with F-150 stamp there in the tailgate. You've got Tremor there on the left, and it looks good. It's nice and clean, not too much going on back here. Down below on the bumper, we've got your parking sensors with your dual exhaust tips that are integrated into the bumper themselves. You got 2 recovery hooks there as well, and a ton of ground clearance, which is nice. And then here's a look at what the tail lights look like as well. Now you do have a rear camera here, and this is also a light. It's going to zoom out here. You can push this twice and the tailgate will come down ever so slowly. Now this one doesn't have the exterior work surface, which you can get, but you need the bed utility group because this one also doesn't have bed lights. As you can see, there's slots for them. I kind of wish they gave it to you because you're spending a lot of money anyways, but that's what you're going to need. You're going to get 120 plugs here on the driver's side, and over here on the tailgate, you're going to get a tie down here and a tie down here if needed. Now you also have tie downs in each corner of the bed. You can also see this one doesn't have a spray bed light. So that is really it, guys. This is very easy to lift up. It's aluminum. As you can see, it's very slow to get down, so you're not going to hurt yourself. But that is really it for the back here. Let's take a look at those seats behind the driver. I just want to say thank you to Kitchener Ford here in Kitchener, Ontario. Go see my boy Connor. He'll hook you up with a great deal on one of these units. All right, so taking a look at the seats behind the driver's side of things. So over here, you're going to see that Tremor name there, and then more of that yellow stitching and piping carried throughout with that perforation here. And then over here in the center, you've got your vents, USB-Cs, a 120, and then you've got 2 cup holders there as well. Over here, more of that soft touch is over on the door panel with that stitching, and then more of that trim as well over on the door with that B&O speaker. Nothing here is on the door sill. But that is it for the back, guys. Let's take a look at the front. All right, so taking a look inside the F-150 Tremor here on the driver's side, we'll start with the door panel, all soft touch here with some stitching. You got your window and mirror controls here with that trim as well. Memory seating here on the driver's side, B&O speaker, and then more storage down below. Nothing here on the door sill. You got your seat adjustments here, and then this is what that seat looks like. So again, more of that piping and stitching carried throughout with that perforation, and then you got Tremor there on the seat. Now over here on the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your parking brake. You can adjust your pedals here as well. You got your light controls, and then this you can release the tailgate. The steering wheel itself is telescopic, but you actually have to manually adjust it, and then you have a handle here as well. So that is it before we hop in, guys. So we are inside the F-150 Tremor here. We'll start with the steering wheel. It's a leather wrap steering wheel here, which feels really nice to the touch. We've got that Tremor specific stitching inside it. On the left side of the steering wheel is going to be your cruise control buttons, as well as your Ford collision alert and your lane centering. We've got your volume buttons here with your voice command. On the right side, we'll control your front instrument cluster. So if we hit menu here, we're in my view. You can scroll through your trip settings, your gauges, your off-road, towing, status information, navigation, phone, audio, vehicle maintenance, and settings. So you got a lot here in the main menu setting, and you can go into my view, and then you can add different views in this setting if you wish. So you can add or remove screens. So it's kind of like it's like a favorites essentially, which works really well. Over here, you've got your call hang and call pickup, and then your tuning buttons as well. On the left side of the steering wheel behind you is your toggle for your wipers. Now this one does not have a heads up display as we can see, but you've got soft touch here with some of that Tremor specific stitching on top of the dash, and then we get speakers on both A-pillars. Now you also have a big B&O speaker here at the top with some more storage. Now over here you do have that upper glove box area that you can open and close, and then over here on the top of the screen you've got your automatic stop start, and then basically your off-road cruise control. On the sides of the screen, you see you got 2 vents there. Pro trailer backup is over here on the left side. Now, this is your 12-inch display screen. It works really well. It's responsive, and there's a ton of cool settings. So you got all your hotkeys down here. You got audio, navigation, you got favorites, then you've got apps, then you got settings, and then you've got features. You can go to audio, and then you can have your maps here on the other side of the screen. If you want your maps to take up most of your screen, there's a little arrow here. You click that, and it will swap over screens. Now you can change what's over here just by clicking these arrows over on the right side. Now you do have different features here. You got Pro onboard power, zone lighting, towing. You got your trail turn assist too, which is nice. You got your driver assistance as well. Ton of great options in this screen. It's very easy and very user friendly. Now down below here, you have your volume tuning buttons over here. It does have a camera button, so you get a 360 camera. The camera angles are great and the quality is pretty good. You have a bird's eye view if you want to back up to a hitch. And you got a front view, you've got the back view, a ton of great options. You can also turn off the parking sensors. Then we'll click the camera button again. Down over here, you've got climate control buttons, which I'm a huge fan of. I like the fact that they actually give you climate control buttons as opposed to it just being to the screen. Now, when you touch this and scroll through the different temperatures, you can see it pops up on the screen. You've got heated and ventilated seats with that heated steering wheel button. This one does not have a trailer brake controller, but you can get it. Now, over here are your different drive modes. So you do have 2 high, 4 auto, and 4 low. So I'm happy they give you 4 auto. Now, you do have a locking diff. You push that in. When you turn this over here are your different modes. So you got normal, you got tow haul, eco, sport, and then if we go to the right side, you've got slippery, you've got off-road, and then you got rock crawl too. So once you go into different settings, it'll actually change the 4x4 settings depending on the mode you're in. Now down below here, you have a USB-C plug. You can actually close this if needed. And then over here in the center, you've got your cup holders. You've got a slot here to put things if needed. And then here's your center console shifter, which you can push down. And if you want to have an interior work surface, you can actually push this down. It's an option I always recommend, and it gives you this nice area to put things if needed. Now, you can only do that when you are parked. You do also get a 12 volt over here and a 120. Now, this is a nice soft center console area with Tremor stitching. And then if we open it up, you've got this compartment here that you could take out with 2 more USB-Cs there over on this passenger side. Now, if we take a look up here, you've got your regular mirror here. Now, you do have auxiliaries here that make you feel like a pilot, which I love playing around with. You can put whatever you want, right? Winches, exterior lights, whatever you want. And it's really cool that they give you 6 auxiliary switches to hook up to. You got your sunglass holder, and then over here, your light controls with your rear sliding window switch. And then, like I said, there is no moonroof, but you do get your garage door opener buttons with your visor. So that is it, guys, for the interior. Honestly, I love this truck. It's beautiful. They've done a great job with the interior design in the seats. I mean, Ford has always done really good jobs with their seat comfort. It's no joke. It's very comfy. So that's it for the interior. Let's go outside, give you guys my final thoughts, and we'll talk price. All right, guys, so let's talk price. 2026 Ford F-150 Tremor here in this beautiful Marsh gray color. We're sitting at $93,450 Canadian. Let me know what you think about the truck in the comments. Curious to know if you go with an F-150 or would you go with a different competitor like, a ZR2 Chev or maybe an AT4X GMC or even a Ram Rebel. Let me know what you guys think, and that'll conclude this review. We'll see you in the next one.